Hello, 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 everyone. How are you doing? How are you doing? This is Nick Baskerville here with Clean AF Comedy. We're short a square. I don't know if you guys have happened to know this. You know, there's normally 4 squares. There's only 3. So we're going to talk about that. Well, we got so many cool things to say, but not cool things. But we're going to have some jokes about that because this is not the first of a near miss incident. But before I really get into all that, let me bring in everybody else. First up from Dwayne White Comedy, Mr. Dwayne White, sir. How are you? Or you could just leave. I mean, and just when we're trying to hold on the list.
This is not good. Hey, what's up, man? What's happening? This is a weird episode already, dude. PT's not here. I can't get my camera to work. I'm in this weird place. I don't know, dude. I don't know how this is gonna go. So let's It's been a day. Nick, it has been a day. We're gonna talk about it, my friend. Holy cow.
Well, I think we just set a record. We went off the rails 30 seconds in, and I feel like
no, we were 30 seconds out. We were on the rails, off the rails. This episode is not starting on the rails.
And so last but not least, let me make sure we don't miss out on anybody else. Make sure you got the right buttons there, Nikki. Ladies and gentlemen from Funny Girl Productions, Miss Nikki Knoll.
You've come so far, Nikki. You can already work the buttons.
I've never concentrated so hard on hitting buttons before in my life. I was just like, don't be.
I was nervous, man. I removed myself. I muted myself again. I went to my camera settings. I did everything. I did everything you could do wrong. I did it. So, congratulations to me. I'm not in my basement, so it's harder when you're not at home. The screen hasn't changed at all, but I'm just in a new location.
So let's talk about where PT might be. Now, if you remember back a few seasons, there was a time he went traveling for a 3-hour tour. A 3-hour
tour.
That turned into him doing a navigation search exploration period in his time in life throughout all.
It was where in the world is P.T. Bratton? We had a whole thing. It was like he was like Carmen Sandiego, dude. This is ridiculous.
Right, and we laughed. We all laughed and thought that was funny. Let's not ever do that again.
Yes,
is what we thought. Apparently, PT had other things. We should have known. Like earlier.
Does he know it's Friday?
We haven't seen PT all week, have we?
Well, no, I saw him yesterday. But he was definitely man on the street mode. You know, just outdoors, soaking in the sun with the mask and everything.
I'm just waiting. I know he's going to show up at some point during the show. It's going to be like, gotcha. Like, I don't know. Like he's probably watching this online right now. It's like, I'm going to come in at the right time. If I know PT, he's like in pastor mode right now. He's waiting for just like that right pastor moment. So he can come in like the Spirit, and then everybody yell, "Won't he do it?" And it'll be a good moment. It'll be good. So,
well, unless of course, I can't remember. Was he on Team Celebrate Your Birthday all month? Because it could be, because PT's birthday was this week. So
yeah, and he's not even here. Here's what I'm telling you. Here's what it is. He is on Central Time. He went left in the country. He went that direction, and he thinks it's 5 o'clock right now. Or he thinks it's 5 where he's at. He's like, I got another hour. I'm good. He's seriously. He's like setting up a green screen right now. He's like, dude, I'm an hour and I'm ahead. I've got time to kill. That's what he's doing. He thinks he's ready to go. So he's gonna show up at like 6:30 and be like, "We ready?"
Right for PT.
All right, wait. I'm sorry. It's PT. He's gonna show up at like 5:40, 6:40, and be like, "We ready?" Don't you laugh, Nikki. Don't you laugh.
I wasn't gonna say. I just got that. Always on time. I'm always on time.
If anyone has PT's phone number and wants to call him, I think you should. I think everybody that's watching right now, if you're friends with PT, if you have his phone number, I think right now you should call him. And if you don't have his number and you have, I'm not going to put it out there, but it's going off. He was in the Air Force, man. He never followed military time. Come on. It was like, what time do we wake up? Oh, 9 o'clock. What's that?
I don't even see his family like on today. Usually,
well, they were all with him.
What, Cindy? What? Come on now, Cindy. You know I'm always on time. I'm an on-time person.
What? What was that?
I don't think you get to pull out that song.
No,
you can't. You don't get to remix the song like that.
That sounds like "Give me that old time religion."
Now, Dwayne has a right to say that. I never know how to give up the mic when it's my turn. That out. There's Felicia. Felicia, where is your family? Where's your brother? I guess she.
I love that we all paused like she was gonna respond. Like all of us are like, "We're waiting. Get the song right. What's wrong with the song, Karen?"
Don't listen to Karen.
No.
I think she does narcotics. Don't listen to her.
Wow. That got out of hand fast. You just went like he's in the water. He's been being baptized right now. He's baptizing New Orleans. Are they having weird weather too? Because like Virginia is getting pounded right now. So
she doesn't know where he is either.
I mean, you should call him, Felicia. I think anybody on here should call him.
Watch PT be like, I was.
Won't he do it? I told you he was on pastor time. He was on like, I'm gonna come in and everybody's gonna like, you need attention that bad. That's what this is.
You need a hug, PT?
I need a nap. I mean,
where are you?
That's a good question, Dwayne. I don't know. I know what state I'm in. I'm like 18 miles from the Texas line, but I'm in the state of Louisiana.
You do this every time.
I don't do this every time. I do not. I go on vacation. I go on vacation to vacate. I don't go to yeah.
Is that why it's called a vacation?
You
Are
know,
you okay, buddy? Hey, blink if you need help.
when we ask what
oh
state
Lord,
you're
and
in,
then Matthew's in the background.
People behind you. You freaked me out because it looked like that was in my square. I thought somebody was like, somebody's in my hotel room. Like, this is crazy.
PT, I feel like you get kidnapped at least twice a year.
This doesn't even. I don't even know what to think. Do they have clocks where you are?
In this particular room, no clock.
Okay.
But, I mean, it's a beautiful.
So you know you're late, like by 40 minutes, right? I just want to bring that up.
I'm looking at the screen.
What do you mean you're not? You're not late.
I'm not 40 minutes late.
Okay. Look, what is our call time, PT?
Dude. Oh, wait. Listen. Okay.
Unclean.
Do you have on pants, sir? What about that?
Well.
Maybe I do, maybe I don't. Thank God for Target.
So for the viewers, someone may have driven 2.5 hours away from his home and left pants in the dryer. Someone.
And that someone is getting ready. The only thing I had was the shorts I drove down here in, and I have a live show down here in Harrisonburg immediately after that. So I was like, I gotta go get pants. But you know what? I was still here on time.
Wow. I mean, that is correct. He was.
Was I not? Was I here on time, or was I not here on time? Won't he do it? That's right.
But he is here, and we are grateful. Because it's crazy out there. This is Memorial Day weekend coming up, y'all.
Happy birthday, Pete.
Thank you. Not coming up, it's here.
It's here. We're in it. We're in Memorial Day weekend. Start date, never mind.
But as you can see, we've all had a bit of a few challenges starting off the Memorial Day weekend. I think the person with the biggest challenge, though, may be Nikki. Because Nikki sent us a text.
Listen. I might have some issues with some road rage, but my grandmother used to say, "Don't act crazy until you meet crazy, because you never know what kind of crazy you're gonna get." So sometimes you just have to.
That's a lot of words,
but it makes sense. Because let me tell you, I'm driving, maybe not the speed limit, but a little, just a taste over. So this woman was in front of me, and so she wasn't doing the speed limit. She's going slower. So I go around her. Then this lady has her nerve to try. You know how they ride behind you because they're trying to prove a point? How dare you go around me? So she was riding behind me for the entire way until we got to the light. So all I did was put the car in park and open the door. And, she was like, I was like, you don't want this smoke, lady? You don't. She didn't want what I was about to give her.
So you opened up the car and went out to her?
No, I put my car in park and just opened the door and looked my head out. Like, is there a problem? We got a problem?
So I'm gonna tell you what's funny about this story. When I saw it in the message chain, I thought Nick was the one, and it makes much more sense now that it was Nikki and not
Why
Nick.
Why does it make more sense? Like it couldn't have been
Nakia
Nick.
1, Nakia 2.
I mean, it could have been Nick. No, I'm not crazy.
No, it could not have been Nick. Nick is the nicest human being on the planet. Nick would have got out and been like, "Hey, can I help you in some way?" And they would have been like, "Well, I need you to help me change a tire." And Nick would be like, "Let me go buy you a tire. I'll be right back."
That's why I thought it was really odd. I'm like, that's so out of character for Nick to get upset like that and say you don't want this smoke. I'm like, wow, Nick.
Can you imagine Nick be like, "You don't want this smoke." Hello.
I'm about to give you.
Hello.
So now that you found out it was me, you say it makes more sense? I don't understand.
Yeah, no, I'm just saying.
A lot more sense.
I'm still trying to figure out from your story, how was a cow driving? How did the cow drive?
Oh,
The female,
were-
yeah.
What cow?
You
A heifer.
Never
that's what heifer means, Nikki.
Oh, I did call her a heifer. It just slides
Yo,
off.
heifer.
It slides off the tongue so easily, you know.
It does slide off the tongue.
This heifer, that heifer, we heifers, you heifers.
Is this a
Yeah,
Dr.
this-
Seuss book? What are you doing?
I'm just
One
saying.
heifer, two heifer, blue heifer. No.
No, it says teachers.
No.
Yo.
So while we're still on this side of the line, let's talk about what are we doing for the summer?
For the
'cause it's-
summer?
Well, yeah, because summer's like full swing, right? I mean,
Yeah.
I know that technically, I'm one of those crazy people that think Memorial Day is about people who've given their lives in the military, but for a lot of other people, no, this is like barbecue season.
Don't come for me. We had this discussion a year ago. All right, dude? Listen, if I ever die in combat, I want you to barbecue. Therefore, I'm barbecuing for all the people that couldn't today. And, well, not today. It's raining. But, like, this weekend, I'm barbecuing. I might shoot off fireworks. I might just do that. I have some left. I think we all know that.
So
And I
Dwayne,
think it's time.
You might.
are you going over to Dwayne's house to help him with those fireworks?
I'm on the fence. I am actually celebrating my anniversary with my wife. So
How
Hey,
many years?
Happy
What-
anniversary, man.
yeah, so it's 17 years.
So,
So it depends on how sick of me she's going to be as to whether or not I'll really make it. Like if she's like really like done with me, I might get there early. I might help you set up. I don't know.
well, PT knows to show up and then peel potatoes. So I will involve my truck, Tier. I will be involving my truck. I will be using it as a mobile launcher, as discussed last 4th of July. And that lady still lives in the neighborhood, so I'm just saying. She's like, I think every holiday should be fireworks holidays. I think it should be. I've made this point before, and I stand by that point. If you're willing to have it be a day, you should be willing to blow things up for it.
Would you have fireworks on Easter?
Yeah, Jesus would want fireworks. WWJD, fireworks. That's what I'm saying.
I think we should start this tradition on Father's Day.
But the
And
fireworks?
Yeah, fireworks on Father's Day, and I also think we should have a Father's Day parade.
Wow.
I don't know about parade, dude.
What? I just. What? Well, what do you?
Parades are not. I hate parades.
What do you want in the?
I mean, with the floats, I think the floats would be.
Well, what kind of float would you have in a Father's Day parade?
We
Root
have
beer.
like Tim the Toolman
That's right.
Taylor, maybe Bob the Builder.
A bunch of the little Shriner dudes in the cars.
Yeah, definitely have. Yeah.
Those dudes are dope.
Mhm. Horses, like the big Clydesdale.
Horses, and then the Girl Scouts marching behind the horses. They did. You joke. It was a Memorial Day parade in 2003 in Alexandria, Virginia. That's the order that they made it.
Cindy, that's what I'm
Horses,
talking about.
Girl
Cindy.
Scout. A marching
and
band.
We can have Nikki the athlete head that up for us.
I
We can
could.
have her.
I don't know if there's
You gotta-
sports like that in the parade, though. I'm not sure.
She gotta start training now though to get back in.
Listen.
Like in flute shape. My arms are tired. It's tired.
You gotta find the flute and dust it off.
All right, Nikki. For the rest of the show, you have to keep your arms in flute mode and see where you are. I don't know where it is. I don't know. I played sports, like
So
golf
did
and
I.
theater.
We will not
Look.
revisit this conversation.
Look, yeah. Oh no, I don't know. I think we might. First cheerleaders, then palms, then marching band. Yeah, Cindy's coming after you because you had that palm picture ready to rock and roll.
Shots fired. Shots
Listen.
fired.
Cindy
I don't
knows.
know.
Know the truth.
I don't know, man. I'm barbecuing on Memorial Day because it's like that's the thing. I say this all the time. It's like, why would you have the one that you're not supposed to barbecue be in May? I barbecue here though, dude. I'll barbecue in the
Right.
snow. I'll
They
barbecue
have
in
them
the.
backwards. We talked about that. They have them
Yes.
backwards.
It's not
they
right.
This should be Veterans Day in May, and then Memorial Day should be in November. Yeah.
Felicia said I look like I'm starting to sound like a pyromaniac. All right, here's the deal. I may have burned my eyebrows, eyelashes, and all the hair on my hands making a steak one time. But listen.
Yeah. And the light bulb in the microwave.
Look, the light bulb in the microwave never blew up because I know what to do with that. I'm a pro. Here's the thing. If you put a light bulb in the microwave, like 3 seconds, it lights up, and then you go, look at that. That's magic. And then you do that for your children, and then they do it for their children later. It's fine. It's fine.
And then the fire department shows up and puts out the fire, and then yes, it's all fine.
Have you ever put out a fire because of a light bulb in a microwave, Nick? Has there ever been that? Is that a documented thing? Or are you just saying, I feel like you're making this up right now?
I'll say this: kitchen fires are the most common cause of fires in a residence.
Well, that's where you usually. Did you say in a restaurant or did you say in a red state? What did you say?
Residence.
Oh, you said in a red state. I was like, what does that have to do with it? I mean, I get it.
How does it get political? It's just a fire.
I don't know. I swear I heard you say kitchen fires are the #1 cause of fires in a red state. I'm like, well, what's the blue? Is that like crack pipes? What is this? What are we doing?
Oh.
Okay, bongs, whatever. I don't know how this stuff works. Oh, PT's mad at me now. What's the next topic we were going to talk?
Well, I don't know if what your kids are doing for the summer, but no, baby girl said that she wants to start a cupcake business. And when I say she wants to start a cupcake business, I mean we talking business plans. And we did a trial run for Mother's Day, but I was helping. So things may have turned out a little different. Like we were making cupcakes and it had candy in the middle and it sounded good. I may have made it might have been too much cupcake mix in there, which I didn't think was going to be a problem, if I could say that.
Can I just ask the group, is anybody surprised that Nick's daughter was like, we need a business plan and we No, wait, what are we gonna do? How are we gonna do it? She's like, I just want to make cupcakes. Like, no, you need a plan. You need a 7-step process. You need she didn't want to do a cupcake business. She said, Dad, I like to bake. And you went, you need to do a cupcake business. That's how that works.
Let's talk about this.
I am trying to set her up for success. Okay, so maybe I'm just like I'm traumatized, right? Like as a kid, I always had to do work on the summertime. I had to go mow lawns and stuff like I didn't have to, but that's how if I wanted some money. Yes. If I wanted to go to the movies or something, I had to have that some ways. What about you guys or your kids? Your kids do stuff for the summer and make some money and stuff?
My daughter's going to be a lifeguard, Nick. So we're doing our part against human trafficking in Northern Virginia. And we're having, she is, here's the best part though, they're behind schedule on getting us our pool passes, and I swear to God, if she doesn't let me in that pool on Saturday, she will be grounded in a way like, dude, like not even like. Well, I'm sorry, sir, you don't have a pass. Well, you're grounded, and you can't leave the house ever again. That's how that's gonna work. I don't know. We're doing our part to stop human trafficking by letting our daughter be lifeguard.
You couldn't have packaged that up a little different. Like we're trying to keep jobs in America or something.
Yeah, we're taking the jobs back from them.
Ooh, PT, what are your kids doing if they're at home?
Well, we like to line up vacation Bible schools to keep them occupied. Some of them are very good, where they keep the kid all day. It's like daycare, and it's free. Oof. They get food and everything. I'm like, so
what's the max age?
The max age? I don't know. I think. Oh, dog! I didn't think about that.
Is 20 okay? Because I would send my oldest.
Yeah, no, I think that's a little old. I have a teenager now, so I'm like, I don't know if he probably hasn't aged out yet. I think he still can go. So
No, man.
Basically anything that's free, any camp we can get them in, where it's free and
Wait, there's free camps?
free. Yeah, that's why I said church, because church. See, the people that pay the tithes, Dwayne, you might not know this, but the 10% of your income is called the tithes, and
I pay my tithes when I'm going to church. Okay, that felt like an attack. That felt like, look, man.
Well, Dwayne, I talked to your pastor, and he just wanted me to speak to you about will a man rob God?
I still have it. Just set it aside.
He said, I still have it. Well, he said, can you give it to him? Because
He's like, I've been investing God's tithes in Bitcoin, so it'll grow a bit.
No, I have it. Oh man, I'm gonna be like that one dude in the store. It's like, no, I just put it in my savings account, and then when I decide where I'm gonna go back to church, that way I have that money. And now it's like, I feel like that parable. It's like, and then he came back and he's like, I put it in a hole in the ground.
He got God on layaway.
What had happened was Bitcoin, the value went down because of this dude named Elon Musk. It's complicated.
Look, if you can explain to me how Bitcoin works, I'll buy it. But I don't get it. It's like, well, this thing, it does exist, but it doesn't exist. It doesn't.
Right.
I have no idea. I don't understand it. Now you can mine it. Like, how? What? How do you mine? This sounds like a scam. This sounds like Bernie Madoff.
It's like a unicorn. Nikki, what are you doing with your?
I'm paying for camp.
Yes.
No problem at all.
I bet she is. I would pay for it too,
7
man.
a.m. to 6 p.m. We will be there at 6:59.
Felicia, I have pants on. I went to Target at the last minute and bought pants. I bought all the pants they had in my size, which was 2 pairs. And I was like, I'm going to see. I'll come back to the hotel and try them on and see what's... I'm going to wear them with the tags on tonight to the show, and then I'm going to take them back.
You can't try clothes on anymore during COVID, which is weird because it's like, okay, but can I bring them back if they don't fit? And they're like, no. I was like, okay, so I just...
Where are you shopping? At Target? You can bring anything back. You can bring.
No, I thought we were talking about Walmart.
No, I don't go to Walmart, man. Come on now.
I go to Walmart. I need material.
I hate our Walmart. I mean, now I'm in Harrisonburg. It's probably better. But the Walmart in Woodbridge is not good. It is not a good place to be. Listen, I don't Walmart with a gun. That is a true statement.
The Walmart in La Plata is wonderful.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
See, there you go. Proof positive.
I just pulled something. I did.
I was
going to ask you if you were all right after that stunt.
That took the athletic ability of a flute player.
Yeah. Wait a minute. You need to stretch out before you do that.
Out here thinking you're a rock cat. What are you doing?
Am I doing it right?
No.
That is not right.
That ain't right either.
Take a massage.
Well,
I like that PT hasn't moved in like 3 minutes. PT, that's not.
What do you mean?
I mean, you keep locking up. You're tired, man. You can tell. Look at you. You look tired. Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm tired. Okay, so this vacation has been like nonstop since I started it, and I don't understand.
Sounds like it's really working out for you.
Yeah, it's defeating the whole purpose. I can't wait to get home so I can get some rest. I don't understand what's going on. Like,
I don't know if you understand this, PT. When you start a vacation, it's supposed to keep going until it stops. Like, it's the whole vacation.
Pretty much everything works that way. Everything you do goes until it doesn't go anymore.
No. You don't understand. We have been going like nonstop. Not the vacation. We have been. We stayed up.
That's not a vacation. We need to teach you how to take a vacation.
Hey, no, not me. Not me. You need to talk to someone else in my household.
Oh, I'm out. Not me.
Yeah, Nick ain't that man. I'll do it.
Nikki,
put her on the phone. Put her on the phone. Where are you at, Vita?
Oh, see.
So she's gonna come. She's gonna come busting in the room. Like I
know. Please.
She's gonna come in like the Kool-Aid man. Like just bust through that wall.
No, so we had to stay up late the night before, getting everything ready, right? We were up at 2:00 in the morning to catch a 6:00 flight. And
you didn't drive?
No, we flew, which was an adventure because it took almost as long as us driving. I don't understand how that. I mean, like we flew from Dulles to Seattle, and then we came back to Salt Lake City, and then we shot over to LA, and then we came through Dallas Fort Worth, and then we wound up in Houston. And then we had from Houston to New Orleans. I think that's how. Yeah.
You didn't do a layover on the moon or anything?
No.
I'm sorry. That's my story. That's my story.
I was gonna say.
That's what you get with Spirit Airlines. You get it's like a bus, man. It makes stops everywhere. It like I get a straight flight there. It took forever, and then when we got to Houston, I'm sorry. We were driving on the shuttle to go get the rental car, and Vita nudged me. He's like, "Look, Spirit Airlines," and the people are out pushing it to the gate. I said, "I just can't. I don't."
Oh, you want to sit down? That'll be $135.
They're like, look, we
stand up and hold it like it's a subway.
We've landed in New Orleans. Thank you. Please exit so we need your help pushing to the gate. Like what?
Terrible.
No,
hold on. Let me run over here to St. Louis real fast.
Yeah, no, it was terrible. So then we got there for the rental. Check this out. I don't know if you know about the rental car situation. The rental car situation, everybody. I didn't know. I didn't watch the news, and I guess all the rental cars had sold off half their fleets.
Yep.
Really?
During the pandemic.
Yep. I went to Florida. There were like 300 people in line to get rental cars, dude. It was insane.
That's it. And I didn't know what was going on, and that it's like. But now that the demand has picked back up, everyone's waiting to get more cars. Like let's talk about the rental cars too. Do you know there's only like 3 rental car companies really? And then they have all these other, like Hertz owns Hertz, Dollar, Thrifty, and like another one. It's like they're only like 3, but then they got all these other ones. So it's like you are just dividing the pie. I feel cheated, like because Hertz will say, "Hey, it's $60 a day for this car," and then Thrifty will be like, "No, you can pay $55," and then Dollar's like, "You can pay $40," and it's all going to the same person. Like this is great. That's genius, though. I'm gonna start a rival comedy show, and I'm gonna be like, look, don't go to this one, go to this one. It's cheaper, and I'm gonna own all of it. So no matter what show you go to, I'm still getting paid. That's what I'm gonna start doing. It's a Spirit Uber Airlines. That's funny. I like that.
Uber pool.
So no, it never stopped. The day, and then so here's the last part I want to share with you. I'm not gonna tell you the whole thing. I'll say that for next week, but. We got to the airport. And I know that prices went up. I know you're trying to recoup, but it's ridiculous. Okay, it was the personal pan pizza that they have they wanted $20 for a personal pan pizza. Exactly. We was like, no, thank you. And then my son, he's like, oh, but I'm hungry. He's the actor. I'm starving. I'm gonna waste away. Let me just get a bag of chips. All right, how much is the bag of chips, sir? $5 for a bag of chips? That comes out of the vending machine? Are you serious right now? So we were like, no, we're not paying that. And then we got on the flight. So now we're on the flight hungry because we thought the flight was only going to be. We had to connect in Houston. And the flight from Houston to New Orleans was only supposed to be like 45 minutes. We sat on the tarmac for about an hour before we
Houston is a trash airport. I'm going to say that right now. Houston is a trash airport. I hate it.
There's no way I would have been able to sit in that plane for an hour. They would have put me off. With no air. I can't even talk.
No, with your mask on too. So look, no air, no snacks, no water. I thought I was, what's that, 60 days in? What's that thing you? That's why 90. I felt like I was 60 minutes in. I just felt like
Did you change it?
I was about to.
You need to learn how to trade things. Like
what?
Carry some ramen noodles with you. Trade soups.
Who knew you need to carry? I wasn't flying Spirit. If I was flying Spirit, I would have brought
Listen, man.
ramen.
No.
And a little hot plate. You know, it's crazy, man.
They would have had. I would have been like this. Let me off, Miss Knowles. Miss Knowles. Nope.
But check out check out how the pilot did us though. He came over the loudspeaker. He's like, we're 13th in line to take off. No. You don't come over the loudspeaker and tell us after we've been sitting there. We were sitting there for like 15 minutes at that point when he's like, yeah, we're number 13 in line to take off. What? And no one's moving. Like you know it's bad when the pilot turns the plane off. That's how you know. You know it's bad because you know how when you be in rush hour, you be like, you know what? Let me just put it in park. But he didn't just put it in park. He turned it off. He heard the engines power down. I was like, oh, we're gonna be here for a while.
That's what I hate is when you show up early. They're like, hey, we got you in 25 minutes early. Then they never have a gate. They're like, hey, guess what? Since we're so early, there's not a gate to pull up to because they have a plan, and we just decided to leave early.
No,
you know?
Can't.
I hate that. I hate that so much. The other day, I was on a flight back. I was in Dallas a couple weeks ago, and for Mother's Day, and I flew home because I'm an awesome son, by the way. And the pilot got on. He comes on. He's like, hey, he goes, yeah, hey, we think we're gonna fly over Atlanta, but you know, we may just hang left and cut the corner. And I was like, are you asking us for help? Like, are you asking for a map check? What are you doing? Do you need my directions? What are you? I hate. They don't need to tell you that kind of stuff. Just like, hey, man, hey, we're gonna be there soon. Cool. That's all I need to know. I don't need the pilot to talk me through. Shut up. I don't do that at work. Hey, I'm gonna send this email, but I just thought I'd let you guys know before I do it. That's stupid.
But hey, Dwayne, how about the announcements when they tell you absolutely nothing? And then, but when we get more information, we'll let you know. So this was really pointless because you didn't have anything to share with us, right? Yeah.
You just interrupted my movie. When I the worst one I ever had, ever. I was on an international flight watching a movie, and you know how when they key the handset on the phone, it pauses the movie on the plane, right? It pauses all this. I know this is first world problems, but this person got on there. It was the flight attendant. She's like, yeah, like she was a radio operator in the military. She's like, da 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 da. And she would let off the handset like she's like in the army, like she's afraid to get artillery coming in on her. She's like, and I just want to let you know we're coming up on 30,000 break. The feet, and I was like, and I'm trying to watch a movie, and every time she let off of it, the movie would start for like a second. You're like, okay. I'm like, and she did that like 7 times. Like this, I'm gonna kill this woman and throw her off this airplane. It was the worst. It was the absolute.
Oh, you know what else was worse? Okay, look, I'm sorry. If you would indulge me for 30 seconds further, why did I feel like I was on Soul Plane? Why did they had this thing, and it wasn't Spirit. They had this thing called Economy Basic. Now I was not in the Economy Basic, but I felt like Soul Plane was. I mean, it's very realistic at this point in time. They was like, look, you got Basic, you got regular economy, and then you got Economy Plus. I'm like, how many different ways are we going to split up economy? Like, this is crazy. They were like, look. So now, if you get Economy Basic, you are darn near standing up. That's what you're doing. Like, because if you sit down, your knees are going to be in your chest. That's what Economy Basic is. Like, it's crazy. And then, so check this out. The flight is not full. And you know what we do when the flight's not full and they close the door. What do? We say, look, let me move to the...
For more air.
Let me move to the seat. You know, let me spread out, right? There's no one sitting here, right? I moved to the seat like I did before the COVID, and the flight attendant came to me and said, excuse me, this is actually Economy Plus, and people actually pay for this space. So if you would like to upgrade,
so many times, not to me, but to other people.
I was like, oh, whoa, no, I don't want to. No, that's fine. I'll go put my knees back in my chest. It's okay. I'm good. It's supposed to be a short flight. And that was the one that took forever. Yeah. I was like, I had my leg in the aisle.
I hate flying. Like, if nothing else, just because of the mask right now. Like, I don't want to wear a mask anymore. Like, I'm so vaccinated. Like, I'm vaccinated against everything.
No.
You're
Against
so
all the
vaccinated.
things. So I'm vaccinated AF, as they say. As I have a shirt. I don't know if you noticed.
Are you going in for
Man.
booster shots like once a month? Is that how that works?
No, I've had so many shots. I don't even know what I'm vaccinated against anymore.
But that's
got
what I
vaccinated
told.
against rabies.
I told V. Yeah, I told
Against
V that. I
anthrax.
said in the military. Remember when they lined you up and they
Yes.
shot you in both arms?
Yes, with the gun that didn't even have a needle, and they realized that was a terrible idea.
And they like
It was
don't
like not even a
move.
needle. It's just like we're gonna shoot
Yeah.
so much pressure that it's gonna go through your skin. I'm like, this is crazy.
And the way
It'll move, it'll rip.
Right, they'll rip.
It'll cut you. Well, then don't do that.
Don't do that. Right.
A needle like a human being. I'm not a dog.
No, because they got to give you so many shots at one time. Yeah.
Dude, I lost my shot records once, and right before one of those readiness things, back in the paper trail days.
Oh
And
my
dude,
God.
I was in one of those special units that got a lot of shots already, and they were like, "Well, I'm gonna, sorry." And I got everything, dude. I started anthrax like 6 times because some kid kept forgetting to put it in the computer. I was like, dude, I could like eat a raw cow right now, and I would probably be fine. Like it's okay, it is fine.
Man,
I'm good. What?
that's funny. You remember H1N1?
I've heard of it. Yeah.
He's I've heard of it. You are stupid.
Oh, though. Wow.
Remember when they had vaccines then and nobody cared? Like, oh yeah, okay, good, yeah, I'll get it, whatever. I don't want the
But-
pig flu or
This
bird
is
flu.
because
Was that
it's-
swine or pig? I don't remember.
It was, yeah. Swine sounds better. Swine sounds better. No, it's because of politics. You put politics in it, everything gets crazy. Like it could be something very simple. Like
I know, like kitchen fires. Kitchen fires are apparently a political thing that will divide people.
that's what you call a callback. You see that? You see how that works? That's how you do that. Call it right
Yeah.
back. Call it
Live
back.
from Harrisonburg, Virginia, ladies and gentlemen. I'll be here all
Hey,
night.
For the instructor.
I was actually going to talk about the gun safety, the gun background checks, and all that stuff. I'm like, look. That's a common sense thing. Let's not politicizing that, because if you are unstable and we know that ahead of
On
time,
your way.
let's not give you a gun. Like you said, I'm like the way he's like, listen, I'm just saying.
What if I had them before I became mentally unstable?
Well, hey, we can't help that. That's
Thank you. Okay, then I'm in. Then I'm dead. I'm grandfather.
Not grandfather.
No grandfather.
I wanna-
No, because a lot of people are starting to lose their mind now, so you can't go back and retroactively. But if you know somebody is standing on the street corner talking to themselves, you might want to not give that person. Look at Nikki. No, Nikki.
I don't understand why that's not normal. I've done that. Like if I'm standing on
Talk to yourself and bought a gun?
well, no, but I've been on the street corner talking to myself because I'm like, well, should I go this way or is it good? I might look crazy, but I'm not.
That's
I'm
fair.
not.
That is fair.
I'm not.
It's
Okay.
not documented. I mean, that's the main thing. It's not documented.
Thank you.
It's
I will say this, every time I bought a gun in the last 10 years, I've had to wait longer because apparently somebody with the same name as me has done something because they're like, well, it's going to be a while. Like, I know.
The
I
other
got it.
was like,
Well, I think that's part of the problem because they probably just say, "Hey, there's a white guy who wants a gun," and so now people are like,
No, Nick, it's actually the opposite. I think
I'm
what's
gonna say-
messing him up is the fact that his name is Dwayne. And it was like, look, we got another black guy that wants a gun. It's going to be a while. And
Yeah.
it's like,
Yeah.
can I attach a
You
picture
have to
to
put
my
your
application?
There's this guy, I know it's a fake name. I know it's fake. He decided, why would you take like a Detroit linebacker's name? And
Oh my goodness.
it's a real person. It's a real person. He's a very large black man. He's very large, dude. He's a big guy.
No, Nikki, talking to yourself, I echo your husband. It's not, you're not crazy if you talk to yourself, only if you answer yourself. That when you start having a conversation with yourself, that's when we are.
no.
No,
I
Nikki.
feel like I can answer
Nikki.
myself as well and still not
Okay.
be crazy.
Okay, let me be
So
really clear.
feeling like you can
Nikki-
do that and that being real are two different things, though. That's the problem.
When you start
I can
arguing,
fly.
let me be clear. If you argue with yourself, Like you're not just answer yourself. Like, am I hungry? Yes, I'm hungry. No, when you start being like, yeah, you know I'm hungry. Look, well, you need to lose weight. Hold on. Now, who you talking to? Why are you yelling at yourself? See that right there?
Okay, so
Is
hold
I'm
on.
not a psychologist, but I just think that might be.
Let me give you. Okay, you said the hungry part. For somebody who is dieting or doing these little fad things, you might have a certain conversation like that because you be like, "I'm hungry." Now you know you don't need to eat this. You know it's getting late. I know it is, but I'm hungry. I think I just want to have a little nibble or something. But you know you shouldn't. That is a conversation within yourself that does not mean you are crazy.
All right, if you calling yourself names, like
I mean, if I say
If you're offended by the name that you called yourself, what is that?
Right,
I mean,
right.
I'm so confused by this. Like, don't call me that. That's mean. That's too much. Now you crossed the line. What is this?
Like, you know, you a greedy heifer, and you be like, you know, you shouldn't be down on your
Right. I knew she was
That
gonna
does
say.
not mean that you are crazy. You are just
Another heifer reference.
I know. It's hilarious. 2 in 1 show.
2 heifers in 1 show.
Man, and a partridge in a pear tree.
Yes, there it is.
Now I want to go for the triple cow.
What we learned on this is we learned that nobody but PT knew how to start the video until.
Are you serious?
Look, man. Look, man.
That is crazy. All you do is click on it.
Well,
we gotta find it first.
there's a lot of buttons, bro.
Oh my
There's
gosh.
a lot of buttons.
I was trying my best, y'all, but it was just not.
Sometimes, you know, like my parents used to tell me, PT, sometimes do your best, but sometimes your best is not good enough.
The odds were not in my favor, my friend. When you have, I say this all the time to y'all. People that know me know we move as a unit. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So the Brat Pack is 5 deep anyway. And then you attach that to Brat Pack is extended. I mean, you got about 10, 15 people. Then we picked up a cousin along the way. I'm like, look.
How do you just pick up a cousin along the way? Like, hey, what are you doing? You a cousin now. Come on.
Yeah. No, I mean.
I've had people like that before, yeah, and I can get with that. That checks out.
You got room in your car? Okay.
Like, are you even related to me?
Who are you? I had to do that yesterday when I was taking some kids home. There was an extra child in there. I was like,
are you serious?
When did you get in the car? Where do you live?
Who are you? Why are you here?
When did he get in the car? All the way in the back, no less.
That's how he did it. He got all the way in the back, so he was like, oh. Look, if you go somewhere like you belong, people won't call you out.
Right, just as quiet.
That's a fact.
See, the Ray knows. That's it. Just walk like you know what. Like I walk into stores all the time, and they can I help? No, I'm good. He's like, okay, he's walking with a purpose. He must be good.
As long as you're not talking to yourself.
Or yes, or arguing with yourself and calling yourself.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, thanks again for coming out with us.
I love the way Nick keeps us on track. I do.
We want you to go out and have a great weekend. Hopefully, we gave you a great start to that weekend. Do be safe. Starting in June, we're going to move to every other Friday. So expect to see us on the 2nd and the 4th Friday of next month. So we'll post and let you guys know and everything else. But we want to give everyone an opportunity to be able to catch up and start doing some other things. We know things are opening up. We're going to be doing some things as well, and maybe we'll see you out there.
Out and about.
Mm-hmm. And in the meantime, you can follow us on all our separate social media and then keep track of some of the other things that we're doing in addition to this. But we look forward to seeing you and hearing you laugh and just having a good time as we figure out what life is going to be like now post-pandemic, or at least we think is post-pandemic. I guess we'll find out a little bit, right?
Hopefully. Yeah, thank you to all the people that birthday wishes and all that, and those that donated to my fundraiser. Appreciate that. We raised $300 for ASAP. Woo-hoo.
Nice.
Well, until next time, ladies and gentlemen.
Bye.